And now, 3 rounds of Fade the Noise, bold takes, sharp bets, and guaranteed heat. Introducing first, the hosts, Joe and Eric.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back. This is episode 13 of Fade the Noise. It's not technically Friday the 13th, but 13th episode. It's a Friday. It feels like it to me. I consider that to be a lucky thing. And we're creeping up on Halloween, so I have a really good feeling about tonight and the following weekend as far as bets go. The show is sponsored by Moneyline Hacks. We got our normal crew with us today. We're going to start off with Joe. He's the CEO of Moneyline Hacks and my co-host. And we've also got Angel, our resident fantasy assassin and general sports enthusiast. And we've got Aaron, who is just killing MLB, college football expert, NFL. We're about to get into it in the next few weeks, and I personally can't wait. Everybody having a good week?
Great week.
Good.
Amazing.
Hot week.
Hot
Yeah.
week? Like to
Pretty
hear
humid
it.
out there.
Yeah.
No, I think he means the temperature is so hot, he's boiling over there in Texas.
Yes.
I feel that sort of past life.
Yeah. I mean, bruh, it's been like 96 degrees over here, out here in
Crazy.
Denver, so
That's
it's,
crazy.
you know, we're a mile closer to the sun. It's a different type of heat.
That elevation.
Just going to make that point myself.
It's
You
that
get
broil.
cooked. I like that. You broil. Yeah.
We're broiling out here.
You're getting your tan on, I bet.
So I lied last week about the fantasy football team name. I don't have anything for you guys. Workshopping something. Jerry's kids, Jerry Jones, he sucks. We'll see what happens. There's constant drama. There's a new Netflix documentary that was recommended, and I was like, I'm not watching that because I know it's going to make Jerry money. I will watch it, though. Just not right away. And
Yeah.
otherwise, I don't know about you guys. The only interesting thing I came across was this 13-year-old, 6'10.5", Wemby Antetokounmpo looking guy in Europe. He's about to get bumped up to, I want to say, the pro level of Barcelona. And I don't know how you can be 6.5 feet tall when you're 13 years old, because I am not even 6 feet tall and I'm over double his age. So it's not fair.
Wasn't he 6'10"? Or is it 6.5?
I said
Or
half.
6'10".
I saw another thing that said he was 6'11", and I read the original measurement in meters, and this is America, so I don't know.
Yeah, well, either way, like if he's 6.5 feet, he'll be 6'10" by next month, the age of 13.
I can't
Yeah,
imagine
that's
that.
insane.
That's some crazy height.
Yeah,
Yeah,
those genes.
we'll see. That's exactly. It's just genetics. We'll see what happens with him over the next few years, but we
Come
definitely.
to the Lakers. Need you.
Well, we'll see. They'll probably get Giannis before him.
You got 6 more years. I'm get 18, 19. Got some time.
Absolutely.
Let's hope we're not drafting number 1 in 6
Oh.
years.
True. True. Hell
Just
yeah.
write him a contract now. Skip the draft. Okay. Last week, we had a profitable UFC card, I believe, and the fight we discussed on the show was Roman Dolidze, hopefully, and Anthony Hernandez. And from what I saw and heard, Fluffy fluffed
Amazing.
hard. And I mean, everyone in the division took notice. Joe, you want to recap for us?
Yeah, Fluffy fluffed them up very bad. Like we said on the show, that best bet was Fluffy to get that win. I did say use it as a parlay piece, leg lock, whatever you want to say about that. I knew it was hitting. So Fluffy did what he should do. He became a star, and a lot of people know who he is now. So that line's going to be even more inflated next time we try to bet him. It's going to be even more hard to bet him, but he's the real deal. He's like a Cain Velasquez with the cardio, with the pressure. That style is very, very effective. Not many people could do it, but when you do get someone that has that style, they usually become the champ. So yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing more Fluffy fights, and he got that W for us last week.
I just remembered. That's what it was. I saw an article. They had interviewed him about he had like a close call with making weight. And he was like, honestly, man, it was just the timing. And he was saying like how inconsistent the timing is. But then he was like, I walk around high as shit. He's like, I don't know. He's like, I have no idea. He's like, I just do what they tell me to do, and that's what it is. And I was crying, honestly. I thought that was so funny. He was like, I'm just here to fight. Like, just tell me who to beat up, and I got it.
Yeah, these fighters are funny. Like Carlos Prates, he fights tomorrow as well. What part of the fighting nerd camp? He smokes like 8 cigs a day, sometimes a whole pack in a day or two. And he's on top of the world right now. Has a big win streak. Part of the hottest camp in MMA out there. And they ask him, basically why he does that, and besides the fact that he likes to party and he's a party boy, this dude, he said it's hard making weight and he needs to smoke instead of eat. So that's his reason.
Do what you gotta
Secret,
do. It's that
secret
model
weapon.
life. Great. Yeah, successful card last week. I feel like, no jinxing. The Discord's on a little bit of a hot streak just in terms of consistent performances all across the board, and I'm pumped. Tomorrow night, we've got one of the biggest cards of the year. It's a fight everyone's been clamoring for, and I'm tired of reading opinions about. UFC 319. We got Drakus versus KAMZAT, if you will, and it's going to be a banger. There are a lot of opinions about how things are going to shake out, so we're going to go over that fight, and we'll also talk Cannonier versus MVP, which I'm surprised about because honestly, I did not think they would be in the same weight class. So, Joe, you want to give us your expert opinion on those two matchups?
Yeah, so let's start with Cannonier versus Michael Venom Page. Middleweight matchup. Cannonier, he's used to be a heavyweight, then a light heavyweight, now a middleweight. Michael Venom Page, he could fight at welterweight, but he chooses to fight at middleweight for the most part of his career. So we got these two guys matching up. I will say off the bat, I think this will be a boring fight. I think whatever guy has his way, it's going to be boring. Cannonier, he's a power puncher. He has a KO history, but I don't think he's going to land that shot on Michael Venom Page. He has solid grappling defense, which he won't need for this fight. And I think that if Cannonier wins, he's just going to clinch him, try to not really wrestle him, but just grapple against the cage, clinching. If he sees the takedown, yeah, I think he'll get it, but I don't think he'll hold him there. Basically, kind of what Ian Gary did, but with less back control. I think he's just going to try to make it ugly to get a win on this and try to win a decision. Venom Page, I think either way it's going to go to a decision this fight. I think Michael Venom Page, he's an elusive counter striker. He uses point fighting, karate, and kickboxing skills. He controls distance with his crafty footwork. And he has precision, and that's what he's going to do. He's going to bounce around the cage. He's going to use his footwork. He's going to try to just point fight in this fight, and I truly believe this is going to be one of the most boring fights of the card, if not the main card.
That's so mean, but I'm glad you addressed that because I was gonna ask like how Cannonier has that crazy knockout power, and then MVP has that insane, you know, float like a butterfly, sting like a bee fighting style. Like he's always just moving around like crazy, and he's so lanky. And I was like, I don't know if either of them have ever fought an opponent similar to the one they're going to be facing. And so I thought that was pretty interesting.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Like it's a lot. It's like two different styles, not completely different, but two different styles to get a decision tomorrow. I don't think either of these fighters are finishing each other.
Yeah, on that note, I just looked it up. So Cannonier's significant strikes is at 33.5. MVP's is at 42.5 right now. So that's a interesting line choices for them. And yeah, that's all I got. You want to move on to main event?
Yeah, so the main event, it's going to be a hell of a main event. That's why we're all here. We're trying to see what's going to happen with when Khamzat Chimaev takes on Dricus du Plessis. It doesn't matter if you call him Khamzat, same as Khabib or Habib. Just call him what you want. Just trying to be proper, then take off the K.
Terrifying
Um,
guy.
yeah, but yeah, it's gonna be a good matchup. Obviously Hamzat, he starts fast, one of the fastest starters in all of the UFC. He has multiple first round finishes. If he does finish you, it's likely in the first round. Doesn't have many finishes in the second or third round. This fight just comes to me. It truly comes down to if Dricus du Plessis can take on that onslaught of Hamzat. I think he can. Gilbert Burns did. Kamal Usman did. And when you can get Khamzat out that first round, a lot of people like to say first or second. There is no second. It's first round, finish or none. Khamzat usually goes the distance with the higher rank with these higher ranked fighters when he gets out that first round. So if he gets out that first round with DDP is, in my opinion, gonna win rounds 3 through 5, and I think he could finish Khamzat late. So for me, this comes down to early finish for Khamzat or a late finish for DDP. You know, obviously bookmakers are leaning towards Chimaev to win, but yeah, we're gonna have a lot of good bets on this card and on this fight in particular. We're gonna cover all our bases, and we're gonna look for a home run hit in the VIP for this fight. So join our Discord, see what we're up to, and see cash with us.
For real. Yeah, and stick around until we get to the lock it in segment. Honestly, one of the guys might drop something for you. If Joe's feeling generous, then he might as well. I had no idea the odds were this bad. DDP's plus 210. And I did see a really funny video with them meeting in person, like at a training gym or something. Like, Drakus looked significantly shorter by at least like 2 or 3 inches. And then they asked him about it, and he's like, no, it's the camera angle. He's like, he's not taller than me. And I was like, come on, man.
Yeah, I mean, he was pretty right, because then there's a different angle where they're like face to face, and Khamzat looks like 1 inch taller. It's like completely different angle.
Taller's taller. I say that as a 5'6" man.
Yeah, for sure. He's Khamzat's definitely like an inch taller. It's just not like that video. You know what I mean? At first, I
For
was like,
sure.
"What the heck?" Like DDP, like it looked like DDP is 5'9" in that video. But
Yeah, his
don't be
legs, his
fooled.
legs didn't look too big either.
No, don't be fooled by that though.
Well,
He's a big guy, DDP.
we're gonna see what happens. I can't wait to watch the fight with you tomorrow night. Honestly, I've read so much stuff. As usual, DDP's super confident. I saw some stuff from Khamzat's conditioning coach saying, like, you guys are going to see a new dude. We're going to find out. I mean, it's crunch time. We shall see. It's going to be a legacy maker if DDP wins. Khamzat's going to pass. I don't think he needs a litmus test, but, you know, we're going to see. Like, whoever wins will be king, and I can't wait to see what happens.
Yeah.
Angel, Aaron, you guys got anything to add on top of what we've already discussed?
Yeah, back to the MVP fight. Usually a big fan of USA fighters when they fight, but he's from England. He's going against Cannonier, who's from USA, so I might have to ride on his side. He has 4 inches of height advantage, about 2.5 or 1.5 reach, so those might help, might not. He's pretty explosive. I loved watching him fight in the Bellator. This dude is explosive, has astonishing knockout power. Can he do that against Cannonier? I don't know, but it's possible. I've seen crazy spinning back kick turned into a freaking, I don't know what kick it is, but he's just amazing. So I'm liking Page to do something in that fight. As far as the Chimaev and Duplessis fight, yeah, he's 14-0 for a reason. I mean, he's pretty good. He's fought once in the last 22. We'll see how that time off is done for him. I mean, he says no one wants to fight him, but he found someone who wants to fight him. And
Yeah.
we're going to see what happens. But I'm liking Chimaev win in this matchup. I think Duplessis might have found the one who can take that belt from him.
Well, that was a huge bummer to hear. And for the record, time off wise, I said the same thing about John Jones, not to compare a GOAT to a potential GOAT, but yeah, DDP. I want him. I want him to win.
That's it.
Yeah. And I just made a note on my sheet though for next week. I want to talk about the Pico fight. I don't want to hang us up with it now, but I heard some interesting stuff. I know Volk got pissed and did his version of, trash talk. And as Joe knows, Volk's my hero. I don't know anyone else that's my height, bald, and went from being chunky to shredded and a badass. And he's old. So yeah, Volk's my hero. Just deal with it. And yeah. Sorry, Aaron, did you have anything to add before we go on to MLB?
Nah, not really. I'm just curious to see what this quote unquote conditioning is going to be like. Because, I mean, that's a huge factor if it's any kind of improved. But no, not really. Because he's still just wild in the first round, too. I mean,
Yeah,
and
I
then-
mean, you're talking about Chimaev.
yeah, like I'm curious to see this stamina, but I mean,
He's actually working with an elite coach on that, Sam Calvita. strength and conditioning. So he's like really focusing on cardio this fight, which he'll need. So we'll see. But still, DDP is a different animal in the fourth and fifth
Yeah, in the
rounds
cardio
than
game especially, like
yeah, like
Yeah,
might
it's
not
that
be
build.
enough, but
it, it's like when McGregor only worked wrestling and then fought Khabib and stopped his takedowns for 1 minute and then got destroyed. That's pretty much what might happen with Hamzat's cardio in the fourth and fifth round.
Yeah,
yeah.
you're good at what you're good at, It's one of those things. Play to your
And
strengths.
I mean, that's what I mean. Like, I don't know if it'll measure up to enough. That's all. It's just, and then on the Cannonier fight, I like Cannonier. The Killer Gorilla is his nickname. I mean, come on, you gotta back that. Come on, dude.
Me too. Dude lost so much weight by riding an assault bike every day. He was an inspiration. But for both these fights, we're going to have to wait and see. Crazy matchups. I'm super pumped for tomorrow night. Let's get into MLB while we still got some time. So, first up, well, in general, we have a pretty awesome slate, generally close matchups, and there's a lot of value to be had in all three matches. So we're going to start things off with Rangers and Blue Jays. We got Jacob deGrom. We had a little debate about the last name deGrom. I don't know if anyone got an answer. I just don't understand why there's no space. Versus Chris Bassett. The game's essentially a pick 'em. And for this one, we'll start off with Angel. Angel, what do you like about this game? What don't you like?
Blue Jays and Rangers. So Blue Jays are 3-3 in their last 6 games. Rangers are 1-6 in their last 7. So they're not the hottest teams right now. But we got Jacob deGrom going on the mound for the Rangers. He is 10-5 with a 2.86 ERA in his last game. He made it through 6 scoreless innings, but then in the 7th he gave up 3 runs. But in his last 3 starts, he's with a combined 13 runs given up. So it's not doing the best right now. Gives up quite a lot of hits, 6-4, 7 hits. He does throw some nice strikeouts, 8-5, 8 strikeouts. So going against Chris Bassett for the Blue Jays, also my fantasy team. 11-6 on the season, 4.17. He his last game was against the Dodgers. Only made it about 4.2 after striking out 2 and allowing 3 runs. And this is going to be an interesting matchup. I'm liking the over in the run total because I think that these pitchers will give up some runs. But if I had to choose, I think I might go with the Blue Jays. They got some nice batters. A couple of them on my fantasy teams. I'm not trying to be partial at all or anything, but that's what I got. Should be a good matchup in Toronto.
Yeah, for a second, because I only know you from fantasy football, and I was about to be like, how good is your fantasy baseball team?
I got like 6 leagues, so they're up and down.
Yeah, I know how you roll. Okay, we'll talk about it later. All right, we'll go clockwise for MLB. Joe, what do you got for this game?
Yeah, so for Rangers versus Blue Jays today, deGrom is 10-5 on the season. Sid is 11-6 while starting. deGrom is top 5 in WHIP. He's elite at limiting free passes. His velocity fastball is down a little bit, but he has sharper slider usage and he's efficient. Bassett, he's a dependable mid-rotation arm, but his contact profile is more hittable. The advanced metrics on him actually suggest a mild regression risk if his command falters. There's a momentum battle as well, as Rangers have recently stumbled back to 500 on the season after a late inning collapse. Jays are more pushing for American League East control, so I give them the advantage there and the momentum. I do think it's going to be a lower scoring duel with both arms capable of working deep innings. I don't know. I think control wins in August. Nobody controls a game like deGrom. I think that the Jays can work his pitch count, though. This one could turn into like a late inning scrap. I'm liking the under on this one if I'm going to have to lean a certain way for this game.
Okay, totally fair. Yeah, both pitchers are listed at 17.5 total outs recorded. Both are sufficiently juicy, very close lines, so you're spot on with the assessment. And we're gonna go on to Aaron. Aaron, you want to shed some light? Tell me how to make money.
Apparently not with the Rangers, man. Yeah, they only did this last week, man. Come on. No, it was the Phillies last week, I think. But I mean, the same thing with the Jays. The Jays bats are last 14 days are pretty hot, and you can't say in the last 7 days They're going from a 880 OPS to a 660. They're going from, I can't call them bad. I'm not saying that at all, but they're going from a 350 OBP and a 322 BABIP, or let's say just say 295 average to a 219 in the last seven to compared to the last 14. They're hitting the ball, but they're not hitting the ball as hard, and they're swinging
Rangers?
at a lot of stuff. The Blue Jays,
Oh, yeah, those are pretty significant drop-offs, at least percentage-wise.
yeah, I mean, definitely is. I think it's just in DeGrom's favor a bit as far as pitching goes, and kind of riding with y'all on assuming Bassett's gonna pitch pretty decent as well. I mean, doesn't seem like a terrible matchup for him. Velocity might be down, but I mean, he's not. He's generally just Chris Bassett, 4 ERA Chris Bassett. You know, I mean, can't ask for much more, much less out of him. So, I mean, I'm trying to find every way to not talk about the Rangers bats here. That's all. There's nothing to talk about in the Rangers bats.
Never judge you for that, man. As a Cowboys fan, we get it.
Despicable. But no, I mean they're just not hot, and they're not getting hot. They're how can you cool off?
I don't know. Streaks got to start somewhere. You never know when like it's gonna be the day they kick off some insane streak. But I feel you. You know, you got to go based off of the statistics, and you know, it seems like it is what it is.
Yeah, it's just cold. I mean, if I could say anything about the Rangers, they're pretty disciplined. They're not just swinging at everything you're throwing them. So, I mean, maybe, I don't know. I can't say anything about the game. They're pretty
That's okay.
disciplined at the plate, but they're still not doing anything with it.
That's okay. That makes it a mixed bag. We'll see what happens. They're a pick 'em for a reason. We'll see if you got anything when we get to the lock it in segment. Otherwise, you know, audience, take it for what it is. Smart man's insight. Cool. We're gonna move on to Padres at Dodgers. So I think we determined that Vasquez was going to be pitching for the Padres against Kershaw. I can't remember how many times we've talked about Kershaw. I know he screwed me once, but I feel like he also came through another time. I have a horrible memory. I'm not even going to go into that. Dodgers are heavy favorites at home, as they should be. I'm not from LA. I'm not affiliated with LA. I have a friend who is, and I hate the Padres for no reason whatsoever. So, welcome to American sports. Joe, you want to kick us off for this one? What do you got to say about
Yeah.
this game?
Yeah, so for the Padres versus the Dodgers, Randy Vasquez filling in for starter Michael King. Michael King hit the IL with knee inflammation. So Vasquez is stepping in. So it's a clear downgrade in experience. Dodgers, you know, starting Kershaw. We know who Kershaw is. He brings postseason composure, a career dominance. Even in the twilight part of his career, his command has been elite. Despite King's absence, already like Padres have been good in August. They're 9-3. They haven't lost a series since the deadline, and offense has been manufacturing runs in different ways, not just power. Dodgers, they're favored due to Kershaw's track record and Vasquez's inexperience and high pressure starts. I think the total runs could be like slightly under if Kershaw controls the tempo, but I wouldn't really touch the total here. I don't know. I feel like this is just another Friday night for Kershaw. I'm not really on a side right here when it comes to, like, the Padres' momentum is a little scary right now, even with a backup starter today on the mound for the Padres. If I were to lean at money line, I guess I would lean the Padres, unfortunately, but I still not very confident in that.
So, follow-up question for you then. Leaning Padres for a straight bet, I completely understand. You gotta go where the value is, even if it's not. I mean, this sounds weird. Even if it's not the most likely outcome, it's where the value lies. So Dodgers are heavy favorites on DraftKings. I got them at -182. We also have the Diamondbacks here in Denver. They're -199. The Rockies are almost a lock to just screw up anything. What would you think about a parlay? You think it's worth like a half unit or something?
No,
No,
I think it's
Diamondbacks, not Rockies. Like
like
Dodgers
Diamondbacks
and
and
Diamondbacks.
Dodgers and Diamondbacks.
Yeah.
No. I just said like I'm like fading my team today, pretty much
Crazy.
leaning towards the Padres for some reason. Just my I don't know. Something's
Intuition.
telling me the Padres today, but you know, even with everything I said, yeah, I wouldn't do a parlay on Dodgers today.
That's
with
why I
Diamondbacks.
asked. I never doubt your intuition, so thank you. And we'll go on to Aaron next. Aaron, what do you think about Padres and Dodgers tonight?
I guess Kershaw's been impressively boringly impressive lately. I mean, he's old. He's been good though. He's been solid.
Impressively mediocre.
Yeah, there we go.
I feel bad. I could never throw a ball. Continue.
He's 1.26 whip, 3.14 ERA. I like to look at someone's Sierra, looking at pitchers that are like surprising me right now, and his is like 4.5, which is more isolated on like a pitcher's ability stats, just more than ERA alone. It's pretty high, but nowhere near as high as Vasquez's 5.85. It looks like it's slightly a control discipline thing for Kershaw and like a major control thing. Maybe that's why Vasquez went down and had something to work on, and Cortez started pitching for the Padres. But it just seems like, yeah, it just seems like Kershaw's not giving up the fly balls. I don't know. I was trying to find some way to be proud of it, but he's just been up average, decent guy lately, and I just can't trust Vasquez. And there's no way I can't doubt the Padres bats right now. They're like, and the Dodgers. The Dodgers are batting 829 OPS in the last 7, and the Padres are 782, and they're like damn near batting 300 as a team on both sides.
So what do you like?
Padres are more disciplined at the plate than the Dodgers. That's about all I got. I like the over 9 initially, just looking at both guys, but it's just tailing these two teams' bats right now. I feel like kind of riding them.
I hear you. I hear you. I might ask you later, depending on how much time we have left, if there's any two batters you would take in particular for me to do a little same game parlay, someone to get a hit. But yeah, think on it. If not, talk to you later about it. Gonna wrap this game up. Angel, shed some light for us. We got anything to add on?
Yeah, so when Randy Vasquez's last start for AAA El Paso on August 10th, he gave up 5 runs in 3 innings. Not a very good showing. And Clayton Kershaw's last 2 starts, 12 hits, only 1 run allowed. So he's pretty good. He's turned it around after ending the July poorly, but postseason's coming up, so he's getting ready. The Dodgers used to have a 9-game lead in the division on July 3rd. But as of this week, the Padres have leaped them for first place and now lead by 1 game. So they are pretty good. They're 8-2 in the last 10 games. Big advantage for San Diego is their bullpen. They traded one of the best shortstop prospects for a reliever named Mason Miller. He's pretty good. He's definitely added to their bullpen. The Dodgers, they got that star power. Ohtani, Betts, Freeman, you just can't count them out. So this is going to be a pretty good game. But yeah, I'm probably gonna lean Dodgers in this though. But my boy Ohtani hits a home run for his fantasy team owner tonight.
Okay, great. Anyone who didn't see, Joe, you want to go ahead and say something so the camera zooms in?
Yeah, I think you said go Padres. That's
Go
what I heard
Dodgers.
from the best bet. I don't know.
Go Dodgers. Then
Angel-
I lean Padres tonight.
Angel, really quick, you said 1 run, 12 hits. Total.
Last 2 games. In his last 2 games, he's allowed 12 hits, 1 run. Clayton Kershaw.
Amateur question here, just general knowledge thing. I'm sorry, I'll make it quick. So when you have that situation, how much of that's attributed to the pitcher versus the team's defense?
It's true because he doesn't throw many strikeouts, so it's him throwing the ball, them hitting it, catching the ball, and throwing it and getting them out. So I think that's helping a lot because he doesn't have a lot of strikeouts. You know what I mean? So it could be the double plays, could be just D balls that aren't going over the fence. But yeah, I mean, it's looking good for him right now.
Okay, great. Thank you. The personal question, I was curious. I'm bad at baseball. Couldn't even hit a ball off a tee. And we will go on to our final matchup for MLB. We got the Marlins at Red Sox. So we got a good old Boston game. I was surprised at the total for this. We got Alcantara versus Giolito, and the Red Sox are juicy favorites, not like out of the realm if you're betting Conor McGregor money, but for most of us, it's really not. The juice isn't worth the squeeze. So let's see what our experts have to say. Aaron, can you kick us off for this one?
Yep. Trying to find the weather. -11% home runs. It looked like winds blowing in from right field to home. I was trying to still figure Sandy out as a fun rabbit chase this season for sure. But I like Giolito. Both of the pitchers don't get hit very hard. I thought the total looked kind of high. It's went down. It was a 9 this morning. It went down to an 8.5, but it just seemed a little heavy for what Giolito can produce versus I know the Marlins bats are hitting, but was it yesterday they had 92 runs or was that the day before? I mean, I don't feel like it's just a ever occurring thing. I had trouble with this one. This was a hard game for me, to be honest. Looking at both pitchers, maybe coming either up or down in this game from what they have been, and it was hard to get a solid look on it. But I did kind of lean more towards the over looking at the game. I mean, the under looking at the game. Didn't have much on it though, personally.
That's okay. That's a small shift going from 9 to 8.5, and honestly, the book still put the slight favorite on the over 8.5. So,
Yeah, it's
so it's
weird.
par for the course. Okay, then follow-up question: which of the pitchers do you like more in this matchup? Just
I like
no
Giolito
craziness.
more.
Julie, I guess I said that wrong. Not Giolito.
No, just he's just not as Sandy. I can never figure him out, man. I feel like it's Cabrera and Perez for me that I do well with. Sandy, I just bomb with. I can't read him on the right days. I read his book upside down or something. I don't know.
Got a little MLB dyslexia. I get you. That's all. That's why we got 3 experts. No worries, man. Cool. Thank you. And Angel, what do you got for this game?
Oh yeah, we got the Red Sox going against the Marlins. In Sandy's last game against the Braves, he did not do too hot. He gave up 7 hits, 4 walks, 4 strikeouts, and 5 earned runs. His ERA is pretty high, 6.55. So I think it speaks for itself. 6-11 on the season, with the Giolito being 8-2. So I do also favor the Red Sox in this game. But the Marlins, they do got some nice batters. One of them being Xavier Edwards. He is on a 9-game hitting streak at the moment. It's pretty good. Has a couple multi-game hits. He's in .345 with 2 homers right now in his last 39 games. Might be one to add to your hidden parlay if you're interested. But yeah, Giolito in his last game gave up a season high 6 walks. So I look for him to maybe at least cut that in half because that's a season high. His high before was 3. So I don't look for that to happen again. But yeah, I think I'm just leaning against the Red Sox in this game.
Against the Red Sox?
Yeah, my bad. The Red Sox against the Marlins. Yeah,
So you like the Red Sox?
correct. They were 2 and
Okay.
4 on their 6-game road trip, but I think they play better at home. And against Alcantara, I think they can get the win.
Okay. Yep. Appreciate the insight. I was literally just looking at their just for props, earned runs and walks allowed for each pitcher, and yeah, Lucas might be pretty juicy right now. So see if we can find some value there.
Like it.
Joe, can you wrap us up? What do you got to say about this game?
Yeah, let's wrap it up. So Marlins versus Red Sox, Sandy Alcantara versus Lucas Giolito. Sandy's struggling, 6.55 ERA, like Angel said. He's seen a steep drop from Cy Young form, and post Tommy John surgery, velocity still hasn't fully returned. Giolito's Fenway fit is nice. He has a solid career Fenway numbers, and his prior start versus Miami ended in 1 earned run after 7 innings pitched with 8 strikeouts. Yeah, he matches up well with their contact first lineup. So I have a strong lean on Boston here. They rank top 5 in OBP and average, leading the league in doubles. So it's ideal for exploiting Alcantara's trouble with gap power. Strong Red Sox lean for the money line, and I actually lean towards the under as well when it comes to this matchup. Fenway's a doubles haven for sure. The Sox just happen to be one of the best doubles hitting team in baseball. If Sandy's command drifts, it's going to be a long night and a short part.
I like that. Excellent. Cool. Anyone interested in doing that? Same game parlays, teasers for the spread and the total. You'll get your money. Sweet. Thank you, everybody. We're going to head on over to our Lock It In segment now. We're going to get our best bets from all of our experts. Some of them are going to be, It's stuff that you'll usually find in the Discord plus a lot more. Sometimes it's stuff specific to the show. So if you haven't checked out the Discord, I highly suggest doing so. I'm sure you can find a trial or something by a week, a month, something. It's not a big deal. You will make your money back, I guarantee it. For Lock It In, let's kick things off with Angel. What do you got for us?
Yes, we got 3 bets for you. First bet is baseball bet. We got my boy Joe Boyle, pitcher for the Tampa Bay. He is lying at 4.5 strikeouts. We're going to take the over. He's not a big name, but he's piled up a couple strikeouts on the season. In his last 2 of 3 games, he recorded 5 strikeouts while only pitching 3 innings. So I think he's going to go a little longer today. And he's pitching against one of the worst offensive teams in Major League Baseball right now, the San Francisco Giants. So I'm liking those odds. The second is I'm taking the over in the Blue Jays and Rangers game. I think the line is 7.5. I just think the pitchers might not be in good form. But then again, they could probably throw like a bunch of hits and no runs. I don't know. But I'm just going to take that over. I got a feeling. And then my last bet is a UFC bet. We are going to take KAMZAT Chimaev at the finish tomorrow. Not going to decision. It's going to be a finish. That's what I'm betting on.
Thank you, Angel. Appreciate your misguided picks. I'm just kidding.
Just
I'm
the
gonna
second
put
one.
money. I'm gonna put money on. No, the third, man.
Hey,
I want
we'll
KAMZAT to
see.
go down. We'll see. I
We'll
gotta wait
talk.
and see what.
We'll talk tomorrow night.
Yeah, whatever Joe puts in the VIP to him on.
Hell yeah.
Joe, what do you got for us? Lock it in.
Yeah, let's lock it in. I'm not going to put any main event UFC fight. We got to save that for the VIP tomorrow. But for Cannoneer, I have 2 best bets, by the way, for lock it in. Best bet number 1, Cannoneer versus Michael Venom Page. I'm actually liking the over on this fight. It's juicy as hell, minus 250. But that's going to be another, like last week, lock of a parlay leg piece. So if you have a bet you really like this weekend, you feel like it's a lock, add my bet, minus 250. That should make it a nice 2-leg parlay. So I like, Cannoneer and Michael Page on the over, or fight to go the distance if you don't have the over. Best bet number 2, let's circle back to that Boston Red Sox versus Miami Marlins game. It's more than a lean. It's an actual best bet pick. Boston Red Sox money line. Like I said, Giolito's a dog at Fenway. Alcantara's just declining, continues to decline. Red Sox lead MLB in doubles, ranked top 5, and in Miami, they sit bottom 3rd in most major hitting categories. And then Boston also has the bullpen advantage. So, like I said, it's a perfect storm against fading Sandy today. So, go with the Boston Red Sox money line for lock it in.
Sweet. Can't wait to parlay your picks. Don't do that, audience, unless you're confident. I'm good at, not following the system. Aaron, you want to wrap us up today? What are your lock it in picks?
Yeah, I got a couple. In that Padres game, I really like that over 9 for 1. I think it's going to be a good night for some runs with the 2 offenses there. Like almost the top 2 offenses in the last 7 days right now. Hoping it should be short and sweet, but I like that one. The Padres Dodgers over 9. In that same, I haven't put these 2 together, so I couldn't give you a number on it. Just Otani, and we were just talking about the team. In the same game, by the way, Machado and Otani. I'm gonna take them both for
Padres?
hits in that game. Yeah,
It's a good combo.
I had it pulled up. Let me go back to it.
You said Otani and Machado as to both get a hit.
Yeah, Machado's batting 310 off of Kershaw and 260 versus lefties, so that should be okay. And Otani's just on a 12-game hit streak in a big game. I'm sure he should hit the ball. I'm not really, he's more of just a leg in it, but might try to find something more to do with Machado. But I'm going to have those 2 in some form of hit parlay today.
Okay. I love it, man. I'm putting it in as we speak. Got it for minus 140.
Yeah, I'll do that. That sounds good. So that'd
Quick
be number
question
2.
for the Padres game. Would you take over 9.5 or no?
I mean, yeah, because I don't want to push at 9, so I'm hoping for 10 already,
Okay. Just
So
asking because 9.5 is what I've got.
hopefully they both don't get 4 and then we get 9.
Cool. Thank you very much. That's the end of our show this week. Again, might not be Friday the 13th, but it is for us. Thank you, everyone who's been watching. We appreciate the following, subscriptions to both YouTube, Moneyline Hacks Discord, everything. Every sub makes a difference. Please follow Moneyline Hacks. It really enables us to do the show. We have so much fun doing it every week, and I hope everybody makes a ton of money tonight and over the weekend. Enjoy the fights tomorrow if you're able to watch them pretty soon. Paramount, you'll be able to. It'll be a big difference maker. Hope to get some new followers of the show, but otherwise, yeah, everybody have a great weekend. Thank you to our amazing experts, Angel, Joe, and Aaron.
NFL's right around the corner. It's fun. This show's about to get fun.
Oh,
The
yeah.
season's about to be here. We're about to talk some NFL, and that's when I personally have the most fun on this show, is when we talk NFL, even though we haven't talked NFL on this show yet.
Just wait for those best bets. Those are gonna be nice.
We got
That's
like
cash.
8 days till college ball too.
Oh,
Yep, college as well. Just get yourselves ready, and I'll be more than a host at that point. Get yourselves ready for some 7-leg same game parlays, because that's how I roll. Well, we'll see everybody next week. Have a good one.